In today's video, I'm going into accepting other people and how, it's like, can you see other people that maybe you have difficulties with and still be able to accept them? So I'm continuing on the series of acceptance, and today I'm going into accepting others where they are and seeing where they are. Years ago, I was doing a movement training, and every day we were in this course, and there was one student in the class that I could not stand. I absolutely could not understand how she could be so just unaware of other people and unconscious and just, there was all these levels that I just was like, I cannot even interact with you. I can't deal with you. And for months, for the 9 months we did the course, I struggled with this student. And I remember thinking, could I ever see her as equal to me, in some way of this person is equally human, this person is equal, and we have different paths that we've been on in life. We've been on these different journeys. She's in a different journey and different path than me. And so it's not like comparing, like I was talking about in the last video, comparing to others, which I tended to do a lot, was compare and be like, oh, are you good enough, not good enough? And in my eyes, I was seeing her as not good enough. But she's been on this other journey in her life, and why am I even comparing to her? At the time I was comparing to consider if I was good enough or not, but if I take away those things of like judging someone, comparing, like where I am in life means that I'm better off in life. And it's like, well, no, she's been on her journey and her path, and I've been on my journey and my path. And they're just different paths, just different. And we are all equally human. We've all come into the earth, born into it, as equally human. Now, yes, we're brought into, or we come into families that have more privilege and less privilege than others. And so having more or less privileges means that we have more that we have to struggle through, or, that we're going to be in different places in life. And so, like, if I think about that too, that I was brought into a different family than she was brought into, and the dynamics were different. And, so it's like we've been on different paths in our lives. So for me, just to be like, oh, no, she's not good enough, it's like, wow, she's possibly had more trials and tribulations than me. And these have been her coping mechanisms that have allowed her to actually continue to progress through life. And I bring all that up again because it's like, can I accept these people and these, even ones that I am like struggling, to be like, oh, like, I can never be that, which me being even saying I can never be that is my own things to work through in myself. It's like, oh, there's certain things that it's like I cannot allow myself to be that way because they're my own fears or they're my own issues that I need to work through. But seeing that she's been on her path, I've been on mine, are we equally human? And yes, we are. Can I accept her for who she is? And I accept me for who I am. So just getting into this place of seeing people where they are on their path, and then when I say path, it's like we all are on this journey in life, and we're all, going different directions and having lessons we learn or don't learn and keep having to learn, so it's like, can you see all these people around you have their own journeys and their own stories? So I bring it back around to accepting and seeing, like, are there people you don't accept? And if you don't, what is it possibly that you don't accept about them? Because that might illuminate things in you that it's like, oh, I can't be like that. I can't allow myself because of my own issues, fears, whatever. But also then seeing that, setting it aside and being like, they're on their path, they're on their journey. They're doing their thing in life and I'm doing my thing in life. And yeah, they're just different paths. It's not even like they're further behind or ahead of you on your path. They're not on your path. They're completely different paths and, their own life. So have a play with this idea of just, seeing people for they're on their journeys, their paths, and they're trying their best every day too, as you are trying your best. And seeing what you can do with, finding acceptance in certain ways, even with those difficult people that it's hard to really accept in your life. I will add a note here at the end, and of course, if people are abusive or if people, are very hurtful and mean, you don't need to stay in that. You don't need to be like, oh, I accept abuse or I accept, harsh words and I accept these things. That is not what I mean in, accepting, people that you might not be able to accept. And not having to stay in situations. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is just, seeing people for where they are. And yes, you can have your boundaries and you can still be like, I see you where you are, but I don't need you in my life, So also know, and you're able to set boundaries as well. So I am AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach, and I help individuals like you step into who you want to be in the world and, really be in that place of knowing and satisfaction and happiness within you. So thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.